Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, July 4th, 2018. I'm Fredicia Liebert. Minister of Disaster Management, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, on Tuesday, July 3rd, announced an incentive that he says has been proposed and passed by the Nevis Island Administration. Minister Jeffers says that the Nevis Disaster Management Department continues to impress upon citizens and residents of the need to make adequate preparations for the hurricane season.
While it is expected that as a government we will have to provide some measure of relief after the passage of a storm, the Ministry of Agriculture and Disaster Management, feels that it is important to incentivize our citizens and residents and provide some relief as part of their preparation efforts leading into the upcoming hurricane season. To this end, Mr. President, the Ministry of Agriculture and Disaster Management made a proposal, like I said, to the Cabinet of the Nevis Island Administration for the consideration of granting of waiver of custom duties to all citizens and residents as they prepare for the hurricane season on hurricane shutters. Now, these shutters can be bought locally, they can be bought overseas, they can purchase the materials that will be used to construct those shutters. But of course, they will be receiving, or they will receive, custom duty waiver on the materials. The VAT is applicable and also custom service charge. So those two portions would have to be paid, but the custom duties would be waived.
He urged the island's residents to get themselves in a state of readiness for the 2018 hurricane season by taking advantage of the incentive.
So we are encouraging our people, all of our citizens and residents, to start your preparation since we are giving you this relief at this point. It runs from the 1st of June until the 31st of October. So we are hoping persons will take advantage to install shutters, whether they're going to be made locally, whether they're going to import them. This is an incentive we are hoping that they will take advantage of so as to get their properties or their houses in a state of readiness for the upcoming season. We may not, none of us know what would transpire this year, but as the Scout motto says, be prepared.
Forecasters are predicting 10 to 12 named storms during the 2018 Atlantic hurricane season, with 5 to 6 hurricanes, 2 to 4 of them which could become major hurricanes. A delegation from the Texas Southern University visited the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis last week. Outlining the purpose of the visit was head of the delegation, Victor Hart.
A purpose of being here in St. Kitts and Nevis, especially Nevis, is to actually have the students see both islands and become familiar with the Federation and a lot of initiatives that we have with the university to actually open up an extension school or campus here in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yes.
So not just not just St. Kitts only. St. Kitts is always getting love, so we want to spread the love around. So ideally, we're going to have a variety of programs that's hosted through Texas Southern University, and both online and live in person, so they'll be available and affordable only specifically to the local population in St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as the Caribbean islands that's neighboring the country.
Hart stated that there is an opportunity for 2 persons in the Federation to receive scholarships.
Gold Standard Clothing and Hart Global Management Group, and again in partnership with Texas Southern University, we're actually giving away 2 scholarships for persons to actually come to Houston, Texas to study with, your peers inside the classroom under the world-renowned professor and guidance of international departments, etc.
Senior Minister in the Nevis Island Administration, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, thanked the delegation for visiting the island.
I am really very delighted. I'm really ecstatic now from what I'm hearing, because the thing is that we do have quite a number of persons from St. Kitts and Nevis who normally go to Texas, but they normally go to Texas A&M, right? So now this is another opportunity for students from the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis to go to another university in Texas Southern. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited about this, and I think this is going to be a great opportunity for students from the Federation to go there. And of course, the networking has just begun, and I'm expecting that this networking will bear a lot of fruits. So I really want to thank you all. I do appreciate this visit, and I'm happy that Victor decided, well, we're not going to stay in St. Kitts alone, but we are also going to come to Nevis. So Victor, thank you so very much, and it's really a pleasure to have you all.
The delegation, which consisted of students, professors, and other staff members, toured the island of Nevis before returning to St. Kitts. The Public Works Department will be embarking on a number of projects and is seeking to fill a number of positions in the department's staff. That is according to Minister of Public Works, the Honorable Spencer Brand.
Over the years, Mr. President, we have lost a number of our technical staff. We have lost, I think was 3 civil engineers. We have lost architect. We have lost a quantity surveyor. And we believe, Mr. President, that this would have put tremendous strain on the performance of our Public Works Department.
Minister Brand says while recently the department was able to attract an architect and a civil engineer, the beginning of strengthening its technical staff and enhancing its performance, the department remains in need of a quantity surveyor.
We are looking for a quantity surveyor. I am of the view, Mr. President, that for us to spend the people's money, we must be able to spend it properly. We must cut down the wastage, and we must ensure that the people get value for their money. And so, Mr. President, I want to say to the young, talented quantity surveyor, somewhere out there that is looking for a job and some opportunity, to come and talk to us. And I must say, Mr. President, this is a desperate need for the Public Works Department.
Meantime, the Honorable Spencer Brand, who is also the Minister of Labour, is inviting employers and prospective employees to a job fair that the Department of Labour will host on Thursday, July 5th.
I want to encourage, Mr. President, as many of our school leavers as possible to attend. I want to encourage our various businesses, Mr. President, to come to this job fair and do what I call some scouting, Mr. President. Because I believe that within this setup of this job fair, I want the various businesses to be exposed to the talent that we have in our young people. And so on Thursday, at the Social Security Conference Room there at Pinnes, the Labour Department will be convening an all-day job fair under the theme, Preparing Our Youth for a World of Work. And Mr. President, I believe that it is the start of great things for our young people.
The Honourable Spencer Brand making his contribution to the July 3rd sit-in of the Nevis Island Assembly. Still to come.
Again, thank you very much, Indian Castle Fisher Folk Association, for shedding the spotlight on our fishermen of Nevis.
The details after this break. Welcome back. The Indian Castle Fisher Folk Association celebrated its 5th anniversary on June 13th and used the occasion to recognize one fisher from each parish on Nevis for their sterling contribution to the industry. On Saturday, June 30th, the Indian Castle Fisher Folk Association presented tokens of appreciation to the 5 fishermen. Those awarded were Joseph Jogo Brandy of St. James's Parish, Joseph Budgeon of St. Thomas's Parish, Boston Brown of St. Paul's Parish, former president of the Nevis Fishermen's Cooperative Society Luther Williams of St. John's Parish, and Simeon Skiddy Moving of St. George's Parish.
Back row. Thank you all very much.
So I had a lot of years in this fishing. I think it was about from 17, 18 years.
Thank you all to come and donate me this thing here. And I fishing for nearly 50 years.
I thank you, whatever it is this afternoon. I thank you for your blessings.
Okay. All right.
Thank everybody for the strength and the wisdom this afternoon and the understanding that we can come together and, as one people, especially from one same village.
Yes.
So,
okay.
I have to thank you for everything.
Lemuel Pemberton, who witnessed the presentations, commended the Indian Castle Fisherfolk Association on behalf of the Department of Fisheries.
I think this is a good gesture, and I think all the other fisherfolk associations on the island, cooperatives on the island, and even other cooperatives could emulate the Fisherfolk Association of Indian Castle. They have been doing some really good things in the community, and I wish them all the best going forward. Yeah. So once again, thank you very much, Indian Castle Fisherfolk Association, for shedding the spotlight on our fishermen of Nevis, and especially those that have retired.
Food lovers on the island would be interested to know that the 5th Nevis Mango and Food Festival is set to commence tomorrow, Thursday, July 5th. CEO of the Nevis Tourism Authority, Greg Phillips, says the July 5th to 8th event will offer patrons even more than the 4 previous years.
Instead of our usual 2 celebrity chefs, this year we have 3 celebrity chefs, and really featuring a new dimension to it, because as in the past, we have Iron Chef Judy Jew from the Food Network. We also have Seamus Mullen out of New York City, nominated a number of times for being the best chef in New York. And this year, we've added a Caribbean celebrity chef, Chef Michael Harrison, out of Barbados. And with him also is another, I call him a celebrity, David Backer. He is a mixologist out of Barbados. So all of them are here at the festival this year. And the fact that we have such a lineup, we're really using it to do a few different and exciting things. And I think that it's really going to be something for people to behold this year when they come to the Nevis Mango and Food Festival.
This year's Nevis Mango and Food Festival will be launched with a press conference tomorrow, Thursday, 5th July at Revere House.
This is not just a press conference where, yes, there's a bunch of talking heads. We have demonstrations during that festival as the host would interact with the chefs, and each chef is going to present their best tip for cooking with mangoes. We have Chef Llewellyn, we have Chef Sylvester Wallace, and Chef Michael Henville. All 3 of them are joining those chefs, those international chefs, and the bartender on the same stage doing the demonstrations for the actual opening press conference. So that's definitely going to be an exciting time.
According to Philip, a number of major international publications will cover the 2018 Nevis Mango and Food Festival.
At this press conference and throughout the festival, we have some solid international press associated with the Nevis Mango and Food Festival this year. We have press out of North America, out of the UK, and out of here in the Caribbean. Out of the UK, I guess the most noteworthy one we could mention is Chef Magazine. We also have out of the Caribbean Cooking Channel, and the most noteworthy one, I think, out of the USA is Rachel Ray. And we also have Forbes Magazine, and we have a Fire Magazine. And all these are some very solid publications. And what a lot of people don't know is that we had such an excellent problem. I say an excellent problem because it's not every year when we have to tell major publications, sorry, we can't accommodate you. But we had to this year because there was just so many of them who wanted to come to Nevis for the Nevis Mango and Food Festival. So that's a sign of progress for us.
The launch of the Nevis Mango and Food Festival will be broadcast live on Nevis Television, NTV, Channel 99, and streamed live on nevistvonline.com and Nevis Television's Facebook page from 9 a.m. on Thursday, July 5th. For tickets or information about the other activities, including the Nevisian Chef's Mango Feast, Masterclasses, and the Village Food Tour, visit nevismangofest.com. That's how we end this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.